Hey there, folks. Welcome to 8-Star Binge. Sorry for the voice. Still getting over this congestion, but hey, we're here to deliver anime. Now, normally I'd be here with Dave or any other of my partners here trying to do this, but schedules have been a pain here as of late. So, one way or another, you're getting your dose of anime review. And in future weeks, I'll take my stab at doing my own Densey Blitzes. I have been given a task to watch Power Rangers RPM. A series I have not seen and told has been really, really good. So, we'll see future episodes of that in between these anime binges.
Make their way home.
We'll see how things roll.
Make their way home.
As for this episode, we are halfway through one of my favorite romance series. And yes, you heard right, romance. And My Love Story. Now, you're probably thinking, wait a minute. Isn't that for the ladies? Maybe, but it's still a great anime in all rights as it is. So, I'll tell you right now, I'm about halfway through a 24-episode series, so we're at episode 12 at a good stopping point where nothing's either going up or going down in the series. It's just not too bad. So, to give you a quick synopsis, our main protagonist, Goda Takeo. You think he'd be an average guy, but he is not quite the average Joe. He literally, in middle school, we're talking third-year middle school, going into his first year in high school, is already 7 feet tall, built like a brick, and not necessarily the best of looking of gentlemen, but doesn't mean the man can't fall in love. So, in this series, as he's graduating from middle school, he's going to confess his love to the girl of his dreams, to find out that girl has confessed to his best friend, Tsunakawa. And, of course, in a non-flattering way, Tsunakawa turns her down and moves on with his life. So, as Takeo and Tsunakawa make their way home, Takeo just really can't figure out why he would dump such a pretty girl. Never understood. Even I didn't understand at first. But in this episode, as they're riding the train, they see a sketchy guy doing some handy business with a lovely lady. And, of course, does not sit well with Takeo. Goes over, tells the guy he's getting off the next stop as he's clutching his arm. And the girl turns around and says, "Thank you." And at that point in time, as the audience member, this is the girl. So, within our first 3 episodes, we notice that she's trying to get his attention. He's too dense to realize this is happening. Luckily, it's up to Tsunakawa to step in as third wheel and get them to realize this connection needs to happen. So, it does, because he tricks them. He tells Takeo to go hide under the bed, which looks very awkward. And as she comes in to complain, to figure out, what she's doing wrong, he says, you need to get it together. Be proud about it. What do you say? She yells that she loves him over and over and over again. He's just like, okay, Takeo, you can come out now. So, as the bed lifts up, and she's just like, oh God, what happened? Now, you're probably wondering who this girl is now that we're talking about. Well, this girl is our other protagonist, named Yamato Rinko. And, realistically, she's very pretty. Average height girl. You can see the difference. Like, he'd be here, she's way down here. It is ridiculous. And so, from then on, boyfriend and girlfriend, they've done a really fantastic job with that. We skip ahead to the next arc, where now we have some odd competition show up. Some very odd competition. Tsunakawa's sister shows up, Ai. And she comes in thinking, oh, well, where's Godo? Where is he at? I want to see him. And, of course, Tsunakawa's like, well, he has a girlfriend now, and all of a sudden she breaks out in tears. And it's kind of one of those things where you're like, what happened? It's, I don't know. Apparently, since years ago, she's been in love with him. Just never took the time to tell him. Figured she'd wait, because who else would, get with him? Well, there's a part in this series where I was very suspicious of Yamato. Very suspicious. So, she follows along, notices certain things aren't right, especially since she's expecting Goda to kind of, I don't know, hold her hand, give her a kiss, give her a hug, and Goda's response to everything is, she's pure-hearted. Does not set well with her. But instead of voicing her opinion on that, it turns out to be more like she just keeps it to herself, so it seems like a very dark secret she's trying to keep. I goes in to investigate, at which Yamato finally lays down and says, I'm not a pure-hearted girl. I want to cuddle. I want kisses. I want hugs. I want to hold hands. I want to do all these stuff. But I feel like I'd be betraying his thought process if I did that. And at that point, I was like, crap. Here I am trying to play the heroine, and I turned out to be the villain. So I tells her, go get your man and tell him the exact thing you told me. And from then on, I goes off back to her own business and back to overseas again, and the relationship's back on. Now, I did leave out one important story issue in this series. There's a part where Yamato actually gets asked to do a group date with all her single friends and her, and to bring her boyfriend, Takeo, and, 5 gentlemen of his choice, and do a bit of a mixer, group date. And at that point, there's a scene where Tsunekawa says, not everyone's friends are going to be friendly. You just have to be careful. Well, in this mixer, things are going fairly well. Everyone's chatting, they're in shock of who, Takeo is. They're thinking, wait, are you sure it's not the cute one, Tsunekawa? No, it's the big tall one, big strong one. He is cool, he's cute. And they're like, I don't get it. It blows their mind. But two of her friends get up to go to use the facilities and whatnot, and on their way back, they've taken them quite a long time, so Takeo and Yamato decide to go see what's up. And before they get around the corner, all they hear is them talking real bad junk about Takeo. To the point where Yamato is hurt and takes off running. Goto chases after. And that's when they realize, well, crap. We didn't mean to hurt her. This is real bad. Upon fixing that, misunderstanding that, hey, Goto's not really hurt by these words. He's dealt with this for years. Words are words. This relationship is ours. Let's keep it going. Now, this is where this series gets really, really weird to me. As fairly straightforward slice-of-life romantic series as this is, it gets very surreal real quick. Not because of the guy's beastly size, but because he's doing things that don't really make sense in real life, no matter how big and strong you actually are. In that case, the place that they're having their mixer at somehow ends up on fire. And the two that were making fun of Takeo are still in the building somewhere. Takeo douses himself water and jumps in. Finds one of them, gets her out, front door, he's doing good. He's like, all right, going back in. Gets the other girl, but things are going real bad. The place starts to collapse, but he takes the brunt of it, pushes her out, tells her to get out, exit's easy to get to, and he thinks this is the end until he gets the phone call saying, hey man, from Sunakawa, by the way, saying, hey man, nah, this is not how you end it. He's like, you need to get out of here. I mean, hell, your girlfriend's trying to go in. Can't have that happen. And suddenly he has like envision, and suddenly he becomes more powerful than Superman. Busts his way out, comes out. I mean, the only thing he's got left is his muscle shirt and maybe about, shorts. He's completely singed. So, but he's still alive, and for whatever reason doesn't need to go to the hospital because, he's, uberly powerful and never understood that. So, just to give you an idea where this is going. Skipping ahead a bit, we get to our next part where we get a little more serious. We get to talk a little more about Sunakawa and Takeo. Sunakawa and Takeo are now at a point where they've been friends for over 10 years. They've been neighbors. Sunakawa is a very stoic, cool type, like, doesn't not talk much, doesn't really care. He studies all the time, really smart, whatever. And you got Goto, who's really loud, all over the place. And it's just like, wow. How could these two be friends? But Goto literally is the only person that probably can get Sunakawa to actually laugh. Until it's about time for Yamato's birthday. In this particular scene, in this particular part of the story, as they're exchanging birthdays, they find out that Goto's birthday is January 1st, Yamato's is June 15th. I've never seen a series go so weird when, he's like, oh, the 15th, cool. Wait a minute. And suddenly he has, the best eagle vision in the world to see a calendar, miles away, and it says June 5th. And he's like, oh, God. 10 days. He's like, that's really close. We need something for your birthday. Well, she doesn't really want anything in particular as much as she wants to be with him all day. Seems like a thing to do. Problem is, he goes to Sunakawa for advice. And one of the advices is, to get a present. So, Goto has to get a job. What job, you say? Well, he's a server at a cafe. Not any cafe. I don't know how he doesn't understand that he's literally in a gay cafe. No joke. He's being made to wear muscle shirts and cut shorts. Because of his big muscular size, every guy in the bar is giving him tips. Constantly. So he's got money. I was like, wow, that is terrible. But funny as hell. The flip side to this is the date I gave you. June 15th. Sunakawa doesn't seem too happy about that date. And he refuses to say why. But he is willing to help Takeo with his date. So they spend, the entire night finding out, a plan, erasing, new date, and trying to figure out what's the best thing. Hit the park, hit the aquarium, all those other places. It's really cool. And they finally figured it out. But at the same time, Takeo finally figures out why Sunakawa is acting strange. His mom had told him that that's when his dad's surgery is. Apparently, in the series, Sunakawa's dad has collapsed due to some form of heart problem, and he needs surgery to make sure that he has any chance of successful living. And at that point, Goto's like, hey man, if you need somebody on your side, I could do something, we could probably plan around it. plan around her birthday. We can do something. And Takeo's like, no, man. This is her day. This is what she wants. Go be happy with her. I'll take care of this alone. Don't worry about it. Next day, he's out. Sunakawa is heading towards the hospital to get ready for his dad's surgery. Takeo's getting ready for his date for Yamato's birthday. Well, halfway through Yamato's birthday, he's feeling like he can't do this. He tells her, hey, if you want to go to these places with some friends or whatnot for the rest of the day, go, but I got to go see Sunakawa. His dad's in the hospital doing some surgery. I got to go. And to everyone's surprise, she's like, so why did you keep that a secret? That is important. Why are you here? Yet. And he takes off. Of course, she's sad, cries about it, but I figured as much. But by the time surgeries, he sees Sunakawa, everything's very solemn. He's trying to counsel him. They find out the surgery is successful and everything will be okay. And upon on their way outside the hospital, Yamato's there. And she says, she asks if everything's okay. Yes, the surgery was successful. She says, this is fantastic. It's the best birthday ever. And of course, we get the ending of this little arc with the bromance kind of, hey, we're best friends. No need to keep secrets. We're always here for each other. And I really like that. Now, continue on with Yamato's birthday. Yamato and Takeo decided they're going to go on a picnic, which turns out to be a massive hike to get to where they want to be. However, some trouble happens, and they end up tumbling down the side of the mountain, which is one of these surreal moments where Takeo is, I'm going to take the brunt of the crash and still walk away with nothing happening. Never understood that. And they end up spending the entire night in the middle of the woods because, it gets dark. They still have probably a few miles ahead of them before they can actually reach any form of roads or civilization to get home. And of course, all of Yamato's friends are like, something's not right. They get the phone call from Yamato's mom saying, hey, where's my daughter? And it's like, uh-oh. What do you mean? It's like, is she there with you? She hasn't come home yet. They know she's on a date with a boyfriend. They immediately assume she's just spending the night with him. And he's like, yeah, she is here with the 5 of us at our sleepover. You want to talk to her? She's in the bath. Don't worry, we'll let her know you called. And we continue on. Now, they are in the middle of the woods. Boars have attacked. And Takeo is out there, make sure mosquitoes don't bite her, all this stuff, so she has a comfortable night. This is probably one of the few scenes where we finally get to see some actual closeness, other than probably earlier with them finally figuring out they can hold hands, and they still do that awkwardly to this day. He's passed out, and she gives him a quick peck on the cheek, which, of course, gets her all, embarrassed and, oh my god, I can't believe I did that moment, which, pure-hearted really is probably an excellent word for this girl. And they spent the night in the woods asleep. Of course, they wake up, walk out, see the road, and make their way home. Of course, the girls are always curious, what happened last night, what's going on. And of course, Yamato gives misleading words. Which, of course, why not? It's anime. Can't get around it. Speaking of can't get around it, it's time for the last episode in my halfway point, and it's our beach episode. Yeah, you can't get around that. Anime does it no matter if it's for the men or the ladies. There's always going to be one. And in this series, nothing in particular. Nice sunny weather. They plan a weekend beach trip. They're going for it. And everyone's having fun. But Yamato kind of wants to, a little alone time. And she can't do it. And her friends are just like, why? Why can't you do it? To eventually, they end up alone through some random incidents and misunderstandings. And they spend time talking with each other, saying, hey, I never thought this relationship would happen. This is great. And it's one of those touching moments, sun setting, ocean coming through. And we finally think we're about to get that kissing moment. And the boys ruin it. Hey, there you guys are. Come on over. We're about to shoot fireworks. Well, mood's over. Guess we're going to shoot fireworks. And, and at this point in the series, I've really enjoyed it so far. I think it's a very funny, very interesting way to do a love story. Very Beauty and the Beast-esque. Except for, our Beast character isn't, some grotesque monster. He's just this big dude that nobody would ever think could ever find love to begin with. And when he does, it's surprising. But like I said, we're only at the halfway point, so I'm actually going to hold off my scoring on it. And I'm going to look forward to giving you the rest of the synopsis of the story and give you a really good idea of where I truly believe this anime fits in the scale of our 8-star scale. So next time you probably will see me, it'll be part 2 of my love story, or chances are you'll see me on the Binge Blitz doing Power Rangers RPM. I'll be around. We'll get you fixed. So thank you for liking, subscribing to Geek Carolina. We hope you enjoy everything you've seen. Let's make sure you leave comments below. Tell you what you liked, tell you what you didn't like. Hey, that's what we're here for. We're here for you and your entertainment. So this has been 8-star, 8-star Binge. We'll see you next time.